Good morning, pregame crew. It is Thursday, May 18th, 2023, 6:21 a.m. Mountain Time, 8:21 a.m. Eastern Time. Good morning. We have jobless claims in 9 minutes that we need to be prepared for. I'll give you some indices levels. Yeah, 8 minutes. Let me make sure everything's working okay. Okay, audio visual check. Thank you. I'm going to say hello to my friends, take a few chart requests, and I'll officially get started in 8 minutes with the indices, commodities, crypto, movers, and shakers of the day. Hi, Shake and Bake, Renaissance Man. Hey, Bob. Good morning. Hey, Ed, Greg, Keith, Whitney, Casey. Hey, Bennett, Mary, Sam, Sir Fernando, B-Hawk, Charmman Dan, Tess Robbins, Homebody, Mal, Derek, Yo, Topher. Thank you, Wave. Hey, Anonymous. Hey, Michelle. Let me go back to the top and let's see. Mana? Sure. Mana is a meta name, metaverse name. I always want to say meta universe. So Mana, we're looking for a daily lower high. Bears will be scouting that up here. We have the daily 200 MA overhead. The most likely scenario is that lower high. Let's zoom in and get some more details. 4-hour EQ makes it easy. Easy is, no one should ever use that word in trading. There's nothing about trading that is easy. There are some things about trading that are just straightforward and simple concepts, but overall it's very complicated. But this does make it easy for my technical analysis. At least we have an EQ. We have a higher low at 0.4997, lower high at 0.5229. And when I say EQ, I'm saying equilibrium. This is where price starts balancing and searching for that best price. Again, trading is all about an auction. It's a live open auction. Hourly EMAs are pretty flat right now as we go sideways. 4997 is that key support. CLF for Whitney, sure. We got a bull break yesterday of the daily trend. That's very clear. But I will tell you, we have some congestion in this zone at 1536 and we hit 1545. We broke it by 9 cents. I wouldn't say that's a big bull break over those levels, but we have a daily uptrend nonetheless, running into the 21 EMA overhead. 4-hour has made enough room for a higher low. So you could look for a pullback buy relative to yesterday's low, 1473. This is not one of the stronger charts out there. You see it just fired the back burner short where it's a reverse back burner. I'm not crazy about this one long. Okay. I'm looking for more chart requests, USD, CHF. When you come from a healthcare background, you will forever see CHF as congestive heart failure. So every time I see it, I kind of do a little giggle. Like, we can chart CHF, congestive heart failure? Potential weekly bear flag. Daily uptrend. I would keep an eye on that 50 MA overhead at 0.90358. 4-hour uptrend, I think, knowing there's a bear flag on that weekly chart, the potential of it, I like a top fish in this area against 0.90252, looking for a 4-hour lower high. Yeah, we got some upper wicks on this hourly chart. Do y'all see that? That gives me clues that bears are starting to get an appetite to short. 5 different hourly candles with long upper wicks of bears selling into the pop. We haven't lost the hourly EMA. We haven't lost the hourly uptrend, but I am looking for that 4-hour lower high. So I use those as clues. In 15 minutes, we have lost the uptrend. Hey, Norma in Mexico. Let's see. I would feel more comfortable short on USD CHF right here than I would be long. And I'm in my head, I know about that daily 50 MA overhead, and then I know that the most likely scenario is a weekly lower high, the potential weekly bear flag. So I'm thinking this upper wick here on this candle, then the hourly, I'm a much more comfortable bear up here than a bull. It doesn't mean that bullish trade won't work. It absolutely could work. I just don't like the size of that retracement on the 4 hour. Okay, all right, good. We're on the same. Not that we have to be on the same page. When we are on the same page, it just helps. It's just another data point of confluence. But we definitely don't have to agree. It's your trade, your money. You don't. Not everyone has to agree with your technical analysis. Just know that. And I'm talking to everyone. Okay. Baba had earnings this morning. Yeah. Baba smacked me in the mouth yesterday at open. I was looking for a short on that Hang Seng weakness. And I was looking at this 89.37 level area to short. And man, it just smacked the crap out of me. So I had forgotten that they had earnings this morning when I traded it yesterday. I think that may have made me back off that thesis. So we are charging higher. RSI does not matter as much because this is an earnings reaction. Dan has been watching for this monthly inverse head and shoulders. I'm just giving credit to Dan. He's the one that spotted it before I did. So we could be putting in the right shoulder low here with this daily uptrend. Weekly lower high is the more likely scenario. I wouldn't short this on with this positive earnings reaction. They had an earnings, they had an EPS beat and a slight earnings miss. It was a mixture, but it's getting perceived very bullishly. So I can't condone it. I can't say great job. No, can't do it. JPM jobless claims in 2 minutes. Let me go to ES real quick. Oh gosh, it's Tammy. I can't skip Tammy. Okay, JPM. We got over 138.06. We had some mega strength yesterday, back burner watch. Today is back burner day. I'm looking for this bearishness that we've had this morning. That makes a lot of sense, just some healthy consolidation. And then midday, I'm looking for back burner setups and a bounce. That's the most logical sequence of events. I'm constantly just sequencing out events. It doesn't mean it'll happen like that. I'm just saying what would happen logically, A, B, C. So I would look for a pullback buy on JPM. If you're already long, I'd stay in long. As long as these 5-minute EMAs are below you, I'd stay in long. For a short, I wouldn't like that. We are gapping up. So what you want to see is a pullback, fill that gap at 138.59, and don't venture down into that range too much. Don't venture down into it because then bears take over. They get an edge up when you venture down into the prior day range. Fill the gap and then zoom higher. And as soon as you fill the gap, then you cross back over 138.59. That is a buy entry. That's an aggressive buy entry. All right. I want to answer all of y'all's questions, but we've got jobless claims are out. We got a little mixed reaction at the moment. 418375 is resistance. 417425 is support. And then 4166. Jobless claims were 242,000. So not quite as many as they were anticipating. That is a bad news is bad news. Good news is bad news thing. So less people have applied for jobless benefits, but that the Fed is monitoring the jobs closely. They want to see the job market slowing. This is not a sign of the job market slowing. However, it looks like we're getting a little bit of green out of here. So we have the existing home sales at 10 a.m. So I always set an alert for that so I don't get surprised by some type of reaction. And that is a 3-star potential reaction. So just be aware of that. And we have a Fed bar testimony this morning in less than an hour. Be aware of that as well. Okay, now let's get this show on the road. Good morning. Welcome to the pregame show. This is who I am. I'm Chart Gal Lori, and I'm part of the Chart Guys community. And we teach technical analysis. And man, we try to teach it. We live, eat, sleep, and I promise you dream about trading and technical analysis. I absolutely love it. And I'll take a quick moment to just let you know we are running a free trial for the monthly subscription. You get a free month of the swing report. And I'm sorry, it's $69.99 if you're a non-member. I'm logged in, so it's actually $70 offering for free for the first month. You have 30 days to cancel if you don't want to keep it. And let me show you an example of a pick from this last week's report, or the week before, I forget. Dan, his pick for the week was KRE. And when I say Dan's pick, he goes over it and he gives all the nuances in a video saying, this is why I like it. This is what I'm looking for. This is what I'm looking for a long entry. This is where I'd put my stop. And this is the target. And then as he adjusts his position, he sends updates. So you can click on the link here, this pinned in the YouTube chat right here, if you're interested in signing up for that swing report free offer. No strings attached, free. You just have to cancel within 30 days, and you can cancel online or you will be re-upped. So sign up for that. Let me go look at the Trading View chat. Hey, Stocks for All. I can't tell you what's going to happen with QQQ, but I will lay out my thesis of what I think could happen, the more likely scenarios. I will lay that out. I have my notes off screen, and I will copy and paste those for TCG members. They're quite sassy notes, I must say, today. Or is that even new? I don't even think that's new. So I have my notes, and then I have this table. This table is how I communicate to you in a more objective way versus saying bullish or bearish or kind of bullish or kind of medium bullish or medium bearish. This is a way for me to put some objectivity to it. So when the rating is over 100, I look for back burners. So today, the theme for today is back burners. Doesn't mean it will absolutely work, but that's the more highly probable scenario, is watch for those first 5 and 15-minute oversold conditions for potential longs. We're pulling back a little bit more here on ES. 4166 is your next support. So overall, the only things I see that are against the market is the dollar strength, bonds weakness, which that's been diverging a lot as of late. I should lower this rating. When I see a change in character, I change my conviction level, the weighting that I assign to it. So I will assess or reassess the 6.5 weighting on bonds because they've really just been disconnected as of late. And then XLE is not in the best position for recovery, or was, let's see, did I get the wrong check? That doesn't look right. 1 second, let me check my work. Yeah, it was XLV, and I'll explain that monkey backpack. That was me being sassy again. So I did those checks wrong, I thought so. Healthcare is the one that's still looking iffy. Oils has a decent recovery at the moment. Okay, let's get started with the indices. And let's recap our combo from yesterday. This was the chart that I highlighted, and these are all my exact drawings from yesterday. I did not adjust them at all. I pointed out the squeeze that was happening on the 4-hour, and I did the only thing I did change, but y'all saw me do that real time, was I deleted this. So the vertical line, I said we had that statistically we had to break out or break down before Friday at 4 a.m. And then when we zoomed in and looked at RSI, I clicked here and then I moved that up. And I said on this candle, we have to have a break right here in this area because that's the apex of this wedge. And we had to have a break. So I was showing you that we had the wedge in the 4-hour in price action and RSI. And then something really interesting happened yesterday. I noticed it out the corner of my eye. I posted 20 hours ago, right before the breakout at 10:20, that RSI had broken out. So you can see it bobbled below, but I didn't adjust the lines. We broke out of RSI, out of the wedge. But look at price. It had not. I love when RSI gives me clues that price has not. That is a heads up. And we got one this morning with bearish divergence, and I'll show you that. So if you're a member of TCG, you saw this yesterday. as mama says, I don't do this for my health. I don't just post to post. I'm not that kind of poster. I don't just post for volume. I post when I notice nuances and context. So one of my stupid pet tricks, good morning, KK. Aw. I haven't done LTC, but I'll try to get to it. I have a couple stupid pet tricks. I can say the alphabet backwards really fast. Okay, that's one of my stupid pet tricks. The other stupid pet trick is I can figure out movie plots early. Like I'm like, that's the villain. Remember they said something about a bicycle. That's going to give us a clue. I'm constantly looking for details. And yesterday I was thinking that's what trading is you're constantly looking for contextual clues, context, and nuances. Like what are the details? What is something that is changing that looks different that it's not obvious yet? And so our job is to determine what type of movie are we going to have today. Is it going to be Nightmare on Elm Street? Or is it going to be a comedy, a cartoon? I mean, is it an adventure? Is it going to be Top Gun Maverick where we go up, down, and all around? You're constantly trying to figure out what type of movie are we going to have today and how is the plot developing and what are context clues. RSI was the biggest one for me yesterday. And the second was QQQ on the 5-minute yesterday did not break out until 10:30. So I posted that at 10:20 a.m. So 10 minutes later, we got the breakout. Biden was talking about the debt stuff and McCarthy, and the market liked it, yada, yada, blah, blah, blah. This isn't a political channel. And then XLF had already broken out. It had broken out at 9 a.m. So once QQQ joined XLF with the party, game on. So this is my little sassiness. Again, last night we're riding around looking at a parade of homes. I love real estate, and we were just looking at homes and I love interior design. And I kept thinking about the monkey backpack, and I was cracking myself up like, you are so stupid. Why are you thinking about the monkey backpack? And I deleted it off this one. Darn it. So there's the monkey backpack. So what I am referring to is I was the kid out of the 4 children my parents had. They'd bring us to a theme park, and I didn't want to ride any of the rides. I hated riding scary rides. I'm a scaredy cat like that. And my mom would just drag me around. No, if your brother and sister are getting on there and your other sister, you're getting on too. And it would be like she would drag me. Well, XLV got the monkey backpack thrown on it yesterday. Absolutely. Now I'm going to have to go find that stupid little picture. I promise this is worth this stupid little detail. I promise it's worth it. So healthcare was a bust yesterday. No strength whatsoever. And then at 10:30, QQQ said, strap in, put your backpack on, you're coming to the ride. You're getting on this roller coaster, dang it. And so XLV got put on that roller coaster. When you have the big boys, XLF and QQQ running hard and Tick hitting 1,000 positive consistently, everybody has to ride the ride. Now, in theory, not 1,000% of them are going to have to ride the ride, but the majority of the bigger sectors, they're going to get the monkey backpack. They're getting on the roller coaster. So this is what happened to XLV. And then I went over to Apple and I said, whoa, Apple didn't get on the ride. Look here. And when I'm saying these times, y'all, these are mountain times. That's where I am. So look at this candle here. 10:30, QQQ breaks out and joins XLF. Look, Apple, nothing. And then what happened? They got a monkey backpack put on them. You're getting on the damn ride, you little scaredy cat. And they had to go. So, and I hope somebody got this. I did get some messages, but I got on the Apple roller coaster. So Timber was doing a great analysis as always. And 20 hours ago at 10:41 a.m., I said, I'm getting on this ride. Took Apple as a laggard to the market, took out half real quick, lock in profit, then just be risk free, took off more, and then final scale. That was a 29-minute trade. So I hope this comes across the way it's supposed to. I'm not saying, look at me, I'm such a smart trader. I'm saying that you can do this too. I was remiss in my Edge webinar. I did not go over laggards to the laggard trade, where you look at all the major players in a group, and if they're all going higher and one isn't, you can go jump on that trade as a potential laggard, as long as it's not in complete breakdown mode, which Apple wasn't. Sideways is great. All right, now let's go back to ES and let me get on with the show. Hang Seng was flat overnight. DAX, where are we right now? We're up 1.5%, pretty green. But I would say that's DAX following us, not necessarily that's an indication we're going to have a green day. I don't know that I can get a lot out of that. Okay, let me read my notes. Today's back burner day. So we have gap up opens on some of the charts. So I want you to be cognizant of whatever chart you're trading. So let's go back over Tammy's JPM and let me say this again. Right now, this is a gap up. 138.59 is your high of the day. So gap rules are in play for JPM. If it remains above 138.59, when we open, if we venture down to yesterday's high and we dip back below very quickly and then come back out of it, that is an aggressive long entry signal. And then you put your stop below the low of day. All right. Then here's the other gap rule. It's all the same rules, I should say, but it just depends on what the bears do. If the bears take this deep into yesterday's territory, and then we bounce, then that is a top fish play because that's bearish. And finally, the other third scenario is we don't fill it at all. We come down to 138.70 and we say, let's say it's a stair step trade and we break out. That is a gap and go scenario, and that's a long. That's a very aggressive long entry, and you put your stop below low of day. Y'all can just save that 45 seconds, and that's how you could approach every gap chart today. Any chart that's gapping up, you could approach it like that, and you could have you're going to have higher probability of having successful trades if you follow those rules. No, I haven't covered the Dow. I hadn't even gotten off ES, but thanks for pointing out that I'm so slow this morning, Bennett. 416625 is your support on ES. We're in an hourly uptrend. No harm, no foul. We're pulling back, yeah. And what was our sign that we were pulling back? I said we had some RSI context clues. All four major indices had RSI bearish divergence. Where RSI made lower highs, that's a terrible trend line, and price was making higher highs. And that triggered me into a YM short here. Look here. Higher high, lower high. Why YM for that bearish divergence? Because we're not in a daily uptrend. We're still below the 21 EMA. YM is the weakest of our four major indices. So there you go. Bennett, I think a bounce is for shorting on YM. If the whole market is bouncing, then I'm just going to avoid short ideas and just go with the long ideas. I think the longs are more in play and more in favor and flavor today. But the YM short was more obvious for me. That's why I took that one. 33415 is your support. Let me see how I can get the most clarity. We're looking for 12-hour higher lows. Have we had 15-minute oversold yet? So 15-minute oversold, I'd look to cover a little bit of that YM short because we're in back burner. Regardless of how the daily looks, yesterday was an outsized move. So you're still looking for back burner longs. NASDAQ, you're welcome. Oh, good, FS. When did I become a pet? It's just a joke. Insider trading and big boys, that's all what we tell ourselves when we lose, is that it's manipulation. You don't need that information to be successful. I've never had insider information, and I am a consistently profitable trader. You don't need that to be consistently profitable. So just be careful what we tell ourselves is the reason why we're losing, because that's usually just some justification or blame game on someone else. And if I just made you mad, sorry. All right. There are over 300 of you and only 82 likes. If you could hit that like button, I'd greatly appreciate it. Okay. Good morning, Jimbo G Money. How are you? All right, back to my notes. So on NASDAQ, everything is super healthy. I think your back burner trades, so this is how I'd play this. For longs, I would look for back burner trades on the Qs, on those names like NVDA or XLF names. If you're looking for shorts, I would look for YM names, IWM names. I'm specifically just sticking with YM because that's more simple for my brain. But I would look for QQQ and XLF. They were the strongest two sectors yesterday. Let's look at the heat map. Look at this bright green. Look at NVDA. The bright green ones, that's where you want to go look for your back burners. That's here. So semiconductors and XLF specifically. Bennett, yeah, I should have posted that setup. I'm scrambling in the morning with all these notes that sometimes I don't post as well in the morning as I do during the day. Okay. YM, I went over that. RTY looks pretty good. We're over the daily 50 MA finally. We got over 1786. I would say $4 is not really a bull break. But this looks good. We need IWM to get on the bull train and stay on the bull train. And right now they're on, but we need them to stay on and bring all their names with them. ARC, Roku, what was another laggard name? I may have put it on my list. I'll find it in a second. So RTY 1777 is your support. The dollar had a very strong overnight. And the market didn't care. The market went up overnight. Now the market's pulling back now and dollar be popping. Wow. 103.357. We have a double top right here with this level. But I don't know that I'd be shorting the dollar up here. That is super strong move. Super strong. So the market was going up yesterday. And the dollar was strong right here. The dollar just had a little 4-hour bull flag, and so the market was strong in face or despite a strong dollar yesterday. So I don't know if we can pick up a lot of clues from this, but I would just say if you're trading currencies that I would favor dollar pullback buys over other currencies. Okay. VIX is turning green a little bit on this slight pullback. They had a little falling wedge here. I don't think we can get big clues from the VIX this morning. Gold is weak because the fear is leaving the market. With the fear is leaving, nobody has a need for metals in theory, and I'm just generalizing, of course. But with dollar strength, the metals are going to roll over like this. 1965 is your key support. This will be the level, and everybody will be watching it. Let me set my alert for 1966. I want to know if that monthly low, so last month's low, here is 1965.9. Market's pulling back a little bit harder here. We're approaching 41.66. Correct, Pranav. It's normally inverse. So right now the market is pulling down on shorter term time frames and the dollar is raging. So it is inverse right now, but yesterday they did not trade inversely. Okay. Gold is weak. Reverse back burner on gold, meaning you're looking for 5 and 15 minute overbought conditions for potential shorts. Oil Oil got the daily Adam and Eve reversal pattern forming. Blech, not that. Pen, why do you hate me? Do you see the Adam and Eve bullish reversal pattern on oil? I like this. I like oil long here. Now we could get a daily low or high, but I like a lot of the things that it's doing. 4-hour potential bull flag. Hourly is sideways. We are in it's not a clear down or uptrend. It's just, let's just call it sideways chop. I don't know that I would want to go long up here, but I would have a hard time shorting. Nat gas trying to pop over 2435. We have inventory today at 10:30 Eastern. We'll probably break out of this EQ on inventory. I don't like a long. I've told y'all I like it long this week, but I don't like it long up here. I'd like a pullback long. Bitcoin. Walmart had earnings this morning and it gave the market a little push up, and then we're giving all that back on jobless claims. So we're red on Bitcoin. Are we red on the market now? Yep. We're red on all the 4 major indices now. So Bitcoin is a little bit weaker than the market. Not an impressive move. We weren't able to break resistances on Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is still acting as a risk off behavior. People don't have a huge appetite for Bitcoin here. Okay, this is first 15-minute oversold on ES. We're approaching it, so we may have a long in this area. We're at support. Let's see if the bulls can bounce from here. I'm going to cover a little bit of my YM short now. Okay, I'm out. I'm actually out. I just got out of all of it. Okay. Yeah, this could get a bounce. Ethereum is also weak. Complete apathy. It moved up yesterday with the market, but it was unable to break resistance. I think crypto is where you look short if you're looking for shorts, and you can short it through BITI is a short ETF for Bitcoin if you wanted to short a bounce. So wait for 15-minute overbought, for example, on Bitcoin for potential short, and then you would go long BITI to short Bitcoin. LTC USD. Okay, there's the ES bounce right there. You should have been able to scalp a few points out of that if you took that long. Healthy, super healthy. Man, y'all keep asking about this. I see why. It has a lot of good stuff going. So I'm going to delete all these lines. We did get a daily bull break on Litecoin, 4-hour healthy. Hourly, we're approaching the 50 MA. I would not go long if the market's pulling back. Bitcoin's pulling back. I don't know that I'd look for a long in Litecoin. I'd feel comfortable looking for a long closer to 90.32, where the 4-hour 21 EMA is. But this thing is stronger than most. So maybe 15-minute oversold here will be an opportunity for a flip. Right ear only again. I tested it yesterday. Okay, I will see what I can do. Okay, Apple, we're holding the EMAs. No big issue here yet. We do not want to venture deep into yesterday's range. If we give back more than 50% of yesterday's range on any name, not that. If we give back 50%, then the next bounce, you're looking for a top fish. So how this consolidates will tell us who is really in charge. Is it just bulls taking a breather, or are these bears really pouncing? So let's see how this behaves. I'm okay as long as we're holding the Great Wall of Louisiana, that 50 MA. I'm okay with pullbacks to the 50 MA, but you don't want to see it go deep into yesterday's range or below that moving average. Amazon has been strong, super strong. This is a back burner candidate. Back burner watch for 15-minute oversold, 5 or 15-minute oversold. NVIDIA is my top watch for today. Top watch. I want a back burner trade on this. Watching the bulls get through $300 yesterday was fascinating. Watching the level 2 and just watching those a big ask just get eaten alive. It was just awesome to watch. I love trading and I like watching the psychology of the bulls are like, we're taking that wall down. We don't care. We're ramming it. And they did. So I like a pullback buy on NVIDIA. I like a 5-minute oversold. And I love a 15-minute oversold. You see that little triangle right there? That's my alert set. I want to know. I think NVDA is where we go for dip buys. Doesn't mean it will work, but I think that's where we got to go. Oh, good, Ken. Good, Rob. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Good. Tesla. I like Tesla for a pullback buy. Tesla is a laggard. It has been a laggard in the tech space and consumer discretionary. So I like a pullback buy looking for a daily higher low. Bears are looking for a daily lower high, top fish. So your aggressive trade is top fishing 17738. Your conservative trade is waiting for a pullback buy, aiming for a daily higher low. Well, I appreciate you, Renaissance man. AVGO. If you want a chart that grabs my heart, my absolute favorite chart style there is. This is actually a swing report name. Lamont's been putting it on the swing report. I did not know he had picked it, and I put it on for my pick because this is just my favorite kind of chart. This is what I call the trampoline move, where you have the squeeze. Oh, Denzi's going live in 1 minute. I need to go faster. We have the squeeze and you just pop out of that. This is beautiful. I like this for 5 and 15-minute oversold bounce. FSLR, I have on watch for first hourly oversold. You see my alert there, looking for daily higher low. IWM, I like a pullback buy. You don't want it to go deep into yesterday's range. So 17484 is as low as it needs to go in order to possibly get a higher high. So I'm waiting for 15-minute oversold, which is approaching. I don't like this idea anymore. That's giving way too much back in pre-market. So the conditions have changed. KRE, this is my other top watch. KRE and NVDA back burners, those are my top two queen of the mountains. So KRE, you're looking for first 15-minute oversold. You see that little triangle there. I'm looking for that to nail an hourly higher low. Okay. Got you, Dave. Gotcha. All right. Y'all hit that like button before you leave. Give me a follow on Twitter at ChartGalLori and check out our swing report free trial right here. It ends Sunday. So click on that link and sign up and give it a whirl. All right, y'all, use stop losses.